Our state is holding the second largest tax conference in the nation next week in Novi to talk about critical state tax issue impacting taxpayers and business owners. State leaders will talk about the future of personal taxes, the changes to the Michigan business tax, and personal property taxes. Let's focus in now. Joining us, conference coordinator JudyTrepeck of the Michigan Association of Certified Public Accountants. Judy, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. Tell us all about this conference happening on the 6th, Election Day, and the day after.
It's the 6th and 7th in Novi at the Suburban Collection Showplace, and it's put on by the Michigan Association of CPAs. We are the state association that represents 18,000 CPAs in the state. And state tax is just as important as federal tax, and sometimes it doesn't get as much attention by people, and those kind of taxes can sneak up on you as well. There are taxes that are really important for small and medium-sized business owners as well as the big companies. We talk about sales and use tax. We talk about property tax, as you mentioned. We have a session that's a mock trial, actually, on the second day that talks about corporate officers and what tax returns they sign and what kind of liability they can be held for if they sign a tax return. So we have a case where we have somebody who's not a corporate officer, signed a tax return, is being held liable for over $1 million in taxes that weren't paid. So it's pretty interesting.
And on an individual level, personal property taxes, I mean, this is for individuals too. If somebody wants to know a little bit more about how this whole tax system works.
It is about individuals as well, because the Michigan business tax and the corporate income tax affect individuals as well. If you are part of a company that's going to pay either one of those taxes, you need to pay attention to it.
And let's talk about that. Michigan business tax out, corporate
income tax in. Much simpler. But it's complicated this year because you file half of the year possibly as in a Michigan business tax return and half in a corporate income tax return. But for individuals, it's so important because companies who have people who are working in more than the state of Michigan, maybe they work outside the state for a while, need to understand if withholding needs to be taken from those people's paychecks. So it's about individuals, it's about the business owners, and it's about the state tax, and it's about everything that can affect you really, and those things you need to pay attention to.
Yeah. Now again, we talk about this as far as like everybody that's watching is invited to come to see something like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about where it is exactly and what time they should be there and things like that?
It's in Novi at the Suburban Collection Showplace. It starts at 9 o'clock on Tuesday. A little earlier on Wednesday. We give people time to go vote. We got televisions all over, so they'll know what's going on with the election. Yes, and we have business owners coming, all different sized business owners. We have CPAs, we have attorneys, so everyone is welcome to come, and I think that there's something there that's really of importance to any of those people.
And this is the second largest in the country?
It is.
It is, wow. All right.
Yeah.
JudyTrepeck, thanks so much for coming in. Really
Terry,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
having us.
Okay.